What the? It just cut out of nowhere. Oh, I'm out of fuel. I didn't even notice. This is 80's survival. We started out with a small tractor and chainsaw, and the ultimate goal is to have a fully functioning farm with many fields and animals. Hey everybody, K Garino here. Welcome back to beautiful Brazil. In today's episode, we're going to be finishing the oats harvest, and we're going to be baling the straw and selling it, and then we're going to lease a fuel truck. Wait, lease a fuel truck? That shouldn't be part of the plan. So last episode I said it may not be worth selling up these straw bales, but let's go and make sure that is true. We'll get the skid steer out with the bale fork there and pick these guys up one by one. There's 3 on the field currently. We'll get those guys loaded and head over to the sell point and see if it's truly worth it. I forgot about some items on the screen here as the on-screen keyboard is stuck on, as well as the microphone recording icon, but that is sorted out later on in the episode. I'm trying out a new way of recording. Hopefully the quality is a little bit nicer. But there's the 3rd one going on the trailer now, and we'll get back on the tractor. In now we have 15,000 liters. How much are we gonna get? We got $1,500. Jumping back in the old harvester here to continue the oats field. We're dropping a straw swath out the back, which our new forage harvester obviously cannot do. I didn't know about forage harvesters really, so it was new territory for me, but obviously it doesn't drop a straw swath, and to make this field worth it, as the oats aren't the most expensive crop, we gotta make those bales and we need to drop the swath. So it's quite slow with this thing only going 6 kilometers an hour and only having a tank capacity of 1,500 liters, but it is doing the trick. And obviously this thing was a good value at $12,000. Can't remember which episode we bought it in, probably 12 I think, but if you know the answer, comment down below. Coming up to the full tank now, and we're gonna go get the large tractor with the mast and trailer. If you caught the end of the last episode, when we're doing the unloading of the harvester, our pipe does not reach over the side of the mast and trailer, so we kind of have to open and close it a bunch of times and slam it in there to get it over top. But luckily where we are in the field, after I nudge the harvester nicely, there's a bit of a drop down and the pipe fits over perfectly. Unloading our 1,500 liter tank into the trailer, we have about 3,000 in there, and we have a quarter of the field to go. It's a beautiful July day, and I quite enjoy running this harvester with the open air cab and the Dusty Lands mod, which is pretty fantastic. I think we're going to do a second headland going back the other way, and we're going to meet up with our trailer and unload. The harvest seems to be going quite smoothly, and we're getting about a full tank every quarter of the field when doing 2 headlands. We make it back over to the trailer with about 90% of the tank and a little bit of cleanup to do from earlier. I got that cleanup done, and now it's time to unload for the 3rd time into the Maston. Then we're going to take the Maston over to the other side of the field, and it should be where we'll be full again. As you can see, we've done a few more passes up and down the field, and I'm just unloading the tank so I can continue on and come back this way without filling up all the way. I think though I'm going to go get the baler out of the shed with the Massey Ferguson and start doing some baling. So we'll move the Maston trailer over to where the other trailer is so it's a leeway. Alright, got everything hooked up, and we'll get the baler onto the field and start making those straw bales. We're making 5,000 liter bales here, so that's pretty good, and we should be able to fit about 6 on the trailer, so we'll be making some really good money off these. I really enjoy using this little baler on the back of the Massey. It runs really fast, and as long as you keep your wheels right on the left side of the windrow, there's no trouble. You don't really miss anything. How many bales do you guys think we are going to make in total off this field? I'm not sure, but I'm going to park this up here and continue harvesting. Now that about half of the field is all done up into windrows, I thought it was time to load up these bales that we have on the field currently and sell those guys up, as we need a little bit of cash here. The tractor is getting a little worn and it's definitely running low on gas, so we should maybe refuel that. Just picking up the last 2 bales way on the other end of the field. Look at the last one stacked up here. I did a bit of a weird stack job. I don't know if this is the way I'll do it in the future, as it was a little challenging getting them up there. Arriving at the sell point now. Gonna unstrap those 30,000 liters of straw, and we make around $3,029, which is awesome. Before I head back over to the field, we're gonna repair the Massey, as I said, and get fuel. So about $236 worth of repairs there, and a nice little cheap gas bill of $42, which is great compared to real life right now, as many of us know. Pulling back in, and we have a few more bales that we can load onto the trailer. Grabbing 2 at a time here. This Massey skid steer is awesome with the balancing weight on the back. Definitely a great mod if you're looking at getting a skid steer that is a little bit cheaper and pretty unique for your farm. Last bale going on the trailer. We're going to drop the fork and head over and get the bucket. We need to dump some of the sorghum that's in the bucket right now into the chicken's feed. And I'm doing this because I spilt the oats all over the ground here. When I was trying to unload the trailer, I didn't get it in the trigger correctly. I'm still struggling. So we're going to try once more and hopefully find the trigger this time. So I did end up finding the trigger, but it only took a few thousand liters, so the rest dumped on the ground, so I had to clean up again, and then finally I get the trigger located properly, empty the whole trailer, and we're heading back over to the field to continue on with the harvest. We still got a bit in the tank of the harvester here, so we're gonna have to empty that out first, and then we can get back into business. What the? It just cut out of nowhere. Oh, I'm out of fuel. I didn't even notice. Now we're going to have to go get something to transport some fuel to fill that back up. Now just looking into the tankers, we got this 10,000 liter tanker I found on the mod hub. And it's pretty cheap, so we purchased that up. But first we got to repair the large tractor here. It's had a lot of wear and tear on it, and we haven't repaired it yet. So let's see how much that's going to cost. $823. Not too bad though. And then we attach up the new tanker here, and hopefully it will take fuel. So let's go over to the pump and try to fill her up. I can't seem to find the trigger anywhere. So I bought this other one to try out, and yeah, it says refill, but again, it will not fill with diesel. Since we already purchased this green one, we're going to sell the current water tanker and replace it with this one. To solve our fuel issue, we're going to have to lease this tanker truck here and get that filled up with diesel at the pump. Hopefully it will go smoothly. No problem at all. I can't believe I let it run out of fuel, but mistakes were made, and now I will definitely be watching that gauge. We're trying to stop here, but the brakes are a little long and we overshoot. But we get her parked up right where we need it, get in the harvester, and fill that up with lickety split. Since we have the tanker leased and we didn't use as much fuel as I thought, we're going to double check all of our equipment and top them up with diesel here. We have 55 liters left, but I'll take the hit. Getting back in the harvester, it's time to finish up this field. It's been a good harvest, but this is a large field and I don't think I want to use this harvester anymore. So as soon as possible, we'll try to purchase a new one. The last of the oats going into the harvester now, and we'll get that unloaded into the trailer and get the trailer unloaded into our silo. Hopefully this time I hit the trigger if I remember how to do it correctly, which I believe I do. It looks like our green water tanker has ran away down the road. Now unloading it, I think we're near the maximum capacity here, so we have 829 liters remaining in the trailer. So I take it over to the Pioneer store and we are going to sell it up. Hopefully make a little bit of profit, and then that should take care of this trailer. And it should be nice and empty for us to do the canola harvest in the next episode. We got just over $1,100 for that little bit in there. Back in the oats field, getting on the Massey, and we're going to get all of the rest of this straw baled up as soon as possible. It's a pretty quick job with this baler, as I mentioned earlier. So no trouble. And then we're going to get it loaded up on the trailer the right way this time. So finishing off this stack with this really tall one. A little bit too tall for our skid steer, but we make it work and nothing topples down. Now it's time to get the rest of this field done up and sold. So I will hit you guys with this time lapse and montage, and we will catch up with you at the end of the evening when we're finishing up the last load. Got all the working lights on as we pull into the field one last time. There's exactly 6 bales left, so we get this skid steer and we load those guys up. We made a pretty good profit today, and it was well worth doing the straw. So until next time, take care, have fun, and stay safe. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. You can check out the full playlist of the series right here.